There are thousands of Oklahomans who have not gotten sick, but have still suffered a mental and physical toll from the virus. These are the people who have lost their jobs and are now in danger of possibly losing their place to live. ONR's Rory Taylor reports on what's being done to protect them from being evicted.
Let me put it simply for you. Oklahoma has a problem.
Last Friday, a group of community leaders gathered on the front steps of the Capitol with a message. Oklahoma's eviction rates were high, and as the CARES Act eviction moratorium ends, they're only going to go up.
Studies are showing that we're looking at another 130,000 potential evictions in Oklahoma.
From March 27th to July 24th, the CARES Act prevented eviction filings for many rented properties. As of July 25th, those protections expired. At that point, landlords are required to give 30 days notice before filing for eviction in court.
So if you live in a CARES-covered property, it is not proper for your landlord to file an eviction until after August 24th. You must call legal aid if this happens.
Oklahoma City and Tulsa were both in the top 20 cities in the nation for evictions before COVID-19. I spoke with Megan Mueller with the Homeless Alliance about what's going on in the state now.
We've actually been working with someone who was working for like an automotive shop that shut down when COVID happened. He was actually living on the streets because of his situation, and we've been able to get him into his own apartment again. But it's still been a challenge getting him enough hours so that he earns enough to maintain that unit moving forward.
Challenges like that mean that longer-term solutions are needed.
Now, what is the answer to this? You may say, oh, affordable housing, we need affordable housing. We do need affordable housing, but we can't build it fast enough. Not when we're evicting 130,000 people. There's a faucet running. That's called evictions. We need to turn that faucet off.
To do that, many organizations like the Homeless Alliance and OK Community Cares are working together to ensure federal dollars are used efficiently.
When we get those calls, we kind of immediately screen them to see, are they going to be most appropriate for our resources? Do we need to make a referral to a partner agency that also has CARES funding? Again, that's a strategic decision based on the timelines for a lot of those funding sources.
Some additional aid has already been announced as the moratorium on evictions ends. The Oklahoma County Budget Board recommended $1.5 million of their CARES funds be used for mitigating evictions. In response to an executive order from President Trump, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development awarded Oklahoma public housing authorities $15.4 million to prevent evictions. But despite all that, many people are needing more immediate help. Do you have any advice for someone who might be finding themselves in that situation that is realizing, oh no, where's next month coming from?
Yeah, for sure. So anyone's welcome to give us a call. We're happy to help, happy to screen. I would also suggest that people call 211. So 211 is a great way to just find out quickly what resources may be available to you depending on your situation.
My hope is that we can avoid a homelessness crisis by educating the public about their legal rights as tenants and the various community organizations that are available to them.
Nationally, 80% of tenants who have an attorney, 80% of tenants who have an attorney do not get evicted. They do not get evicted. The ones who do, 6% who show up without an attorney, only 6% will avoid eviction.
We really want to make sure tenants are aware of their rights and our availability to assist. It's best if you are facing eviction and you receive a summons, or even prior to the court action you're receiving a notice regarding being late on your rent, you should call legal aid immediately. It's 1-888-534-5243.
Other resources are available at www.okcommunitycares.org, nerci.org, or legalaidok.org. Rory Taylor, The Oklahoma News Report.